Hey, welcome to Smosh Mouth. I'm Shane.
And I'm Amanda. What's up? We have a very special guest with us, Trevor.
Hey, I'm Trevor.
Hi,
Trevor is here.
Hey.
Before we get into just talking some smack at the beginning, this episode is one I've been very excited about for a while. We're doing internet school. As some of you remember, one of the last times Trevor was here, we discovered that Amanda didn't know what or who Harambe was. And
Oh my God, yeah.
it became
Yep.
it became its own viral meme. You became the offline queen
Yeah.
of the internet.
I know. And I never saw myself like that. But then I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense in the YouTube world.
But ever since these months after, I've been thinking about all the past internet like stories and events that were huge that you may not know about. I've created a catalog and I've broken a bunch of the stories down. We're gonna go through and see which ones you don't know, and then we're gonna get to tell you about them. It's so much fun.
I will say that is very fun. It's hard.
It's great.
It's hard when people start talking about something and I just go, and then they look at me and go, you don't know what we're talking about.
Well, you're about to know it all. You're gonna know it all.
Yeah.
That was
Yay.
me 2 minutes ago when you guys were talking about credit.
Yeah, we were talking about adult things. We were
We're
talking about credit cards.
before.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I don't get it.
We'll explain that to you next time on Credit Card School.
We didn't talk about this last week, but Amanda, part of the reason why we had a bunch of episodes without you in these past months was because you were off in Greece.
I was off in Greece.
So cool.
I had my own Mamma Mia experience,
Okay.
minus all the dads.
Okay.
No dads were there.
No Pierce Brosnan.
No. Which would have been sick.
That would have been cool.
My mom decided to organize a trip with me and all my sisters together. I have 3 sisters, and we haven't done a trip with us. No partners, no kids, no anyone, just 5 women
Wow.
on a plane to Greece.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. I think we all had anxieties before because, I mean, we all have our own lives. All the sisters haven't traveled together, like on an airplane.
Yeah.
The airplane is like 12 hours. We haven't been on an airplane together in so long. It's many, many personalities.
Yeah.
Many. But my sisters were incredible. Like, my sisters were like, it's like we all had the same conversations with the people we cared about. We're like, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if a fight blows up? What if we can't choose dinner? Which was the hardest part of the whole trip.
Choosing dinner?
All of us.
Because everything is good.
Everything is good, but some is like very touristy.
Right.
And I heard that touristy places don't cook fish well. Anyways, that's just like a whole other thing. Everything is so good, but choosing dinner at night was like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Because it would be one person would say one thing and we'd all be like, well, we don't know where we're going. I'd be like, I just don't want to be on this strip because it feels very touristy. And then we're like, well, we're fucked.
Did you guys not have an agenda?
My mom had things planned. Like we had an e-bike tour planned. We had a boat, a little motorboat planned. She had things
I
planned.
got a motorboat planned for this Saturday.
No. 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 Trevor, every time you come on,
What's up, dude? Yeah, all right.
every time Trevor comes on, he turns into such a dick. Am I right? What? Am I right?
Oh, my God. All right,
He's
all
just
right.
sitting there waiting. He's just sitting there waiting. He's like, I got a motor.
I got a motor plan.
He like almost screamed it.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, so me and all my sisters went on a motorboat. Yep, it was pretty amazing. It was pretty funny walking through Greece because people would be like, sisters? Oh, thank the gods. Like, I was like, what? The gods. Zeus.
The gods.
Zeus was a real vibe there.
Really?
Oh, everyone talks about Zeus.
I guess I wondered how big, like, because we love Greek mythology
We
in
do.
America, like we talk about it, but I wonder there if it's actually like,
It's everything.
really?
The places that I went to, so I went to Naxos, which is a small island, and then I went to Athens for 2 days.
Cool.
Which it is their everything that is looming over the city, like whether it's a mountain or an ancient ruin or whatever, is all Greek mythology, and
Yeah.
it's all I will say, like, yes, it could be for the tourist for them to play it up a little bit,
Sure.
but like it is part of their life. There are ancient ruins all over all these places, and I
Yeah.
did learn that a lot of people will find ancient ruins and just kind of like there's a whole like war about it, like who found the ancient ruin, what kind of people are they connected with that they can actually make money off of it.
Interesting.
It's so wild there.
Wow.
But
yeah, there's probably
Naxos-
so much shit that people are just finding all the time.
Oh yeah, so much. Like Naxos was very, I feel like old school. Like they still had shepherd houses, which I didn't understand what that was. It's like men who spend the entire season. They build this little house out of stone, and they have one window and another window. There's no light. There's no bathroom. Nothing, and they stay there in the hills, and they like freaking get goats, and they herd goats, and they're just actual shepherds. And he's like, I think it's a dying off thing because women don't want to live there and mate with them. And I was like, well, oh yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 8 months in the dark without a toilet? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hello?
That's a little rough.
But yeah, he was... the guy who gave us like this e-bike tour was very like wanted to bring back a lot of traditions and keep the music alive. And then they had like a harvest. I learned that the harvest there for the olive oil could only be like done by certain families.
Whoa.
You had to be like generational in order to do the specific olive oil harvest. By the way, olive oil.
I'm sure it's crazy there.
I learned so much. Extra virgin olive oil should be green and it should be spicy.
Spicy.
And it should be spicy in the back of your throat. And it goes away. When the color goes to yellow, it starts to be virgin olive oil, and then it starts to be olive oil. And you shouldn't keep it for longer than like a year, maybe even like 5 months.
Wow.
It should be spicy.
Huh.
I ate olive oil every day. Drank
I bet.
Drink it.
Just
I drank it. Yep. It was incredible. Greece was amazing. My sisters were amazing.
That's
A lot of personalities.
yeah.
Lot of
No,
energy.
you sent me the photo of your sister wearing a Chosen shirt. Like not like a Chosen shirt. She was organically wearing a gas station like Wolf shirt.
Yep.
That's awesome.
My younger sister showed up in a straight up Chosen shirt.
Badass.
And I was like, oh my God, it's a Chosen shirt. She's like, what?
The are you talking about?
She was like, this is my girlfriend's shirt. Okay, back up. But
Get
it was.
out of my face.
She wore it all the time. She actually, I will say, when we went to Greece, the person who got the most flirted with was my little sister.
Really?
They loved it. She has like an undershave. She wore like
Yeah.
a backwards hat. They were like so into it. They'd be like, you're nice, you're nice. But your sister, your little sister. I was like, okay. That was like their vibe.
So funny.
It was so funny. They were so
Hilarious.
great. Everyone in Naxos was so unbelievably sweet.
Wow.
It was wonderful. And we went swimming, and we did stumble into a bar that my sister was like, let's go to this place. And we're like, okay. Where we danced, and they lit the floor on fire
You showed me footage.
and threw plates at us.
What?
Which
Yep.
sounds fake. Sounds like an American fake tale.
It sounds like they were trying to get you out of there.
Well, the owner danced the whole time, and I asked them, I was like, do you guys just do this for tourists? They're like, no, we've been doing it every night for 5 months.
What?
And they just go through plates, and you'll be dancing, and then a woman in like this leopard outfit will have a stack of plates, and she's staring you in the eye, and then it's just like throws it at you, and it crashes on the ground.
Why?
You showed me footage. I didn't believe you, and then you showed me footage of the owner of this bar dancing on the ground that's on fire.
Yes, correct.
Like they're just spraying oil onto the ground, and
Correct.
lighting it on fire.
What?
And it's just,
Opa.
yeah.
It was unbelievable. And this guy like wanted to teach us to dance. Like I felt so welcomed and loved, and it was like so wonderful. And apparently in September is not their touristy season. It's like the beginning of the end of their touristy season.
Interesting.
But get this, I walked into this little tiny mart, very small, with my sister, and she was like, oh, Amanda, grab a water, because the tap water isn't bueno to drink.
Oh.
So you have to like buy these big bottles. And she called me Amanda, and this guy was like, are you Amanda from Smosh?
No
I'm
way.
not kidding.
Really?
I'm not
Oh
kidding.
my God.
Because I was like, there's not a chance anyone in Greece, which was great. I got to walk around and just be like, woo. This man, his name was Nick Dimos. I wonder if he's listening right now. If he's listening, he's amazing. His name is Nickdemos, which he told me that a lot of Greek men are named after saints.
Okay.
They all have very religious saint names. There's a church like in every second. And he was like, I watch you, Amanda from Smosh.
That's
And
awesome.
my fucking sister's like, do you want a picture? And he's like, no. Okay, no. Why would I want a picture?
Fuck you talking about?
Yeah. My sister was like, oh, okay, I suck. But he was so nice.
Wow.
And I was like, have you ever been to the States? He's like, New York? I'm like, you're in the States. New York?
To anyone who's not in the United States, it's like New York City is
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
But he was so sweet. And it was just an unbelievable experience.
That's really
I've never
cool.
swam in the sea. It was so salty and beautiful. You didn't have to do anything. You just floated to the top.
That's awesome.
It was incredible.
The photos you showed me are unbelievable.
It was incredible.
That's crazy. I can't imagine going. I mean, I was in Idaho recently, and I
Same
Just
thing.
like
No,
just like
I was
Greece.
gonna
Motorboating?
Okay, stop.
Just
Yeah,
like
motorboating
Greece,
in
wow.
Idaho. No, I was gonna say, and I spent an entire day golfing with my brother, like 12 hours of golfing, and I didn't want to see him for like 3 months afterward. I can't imagine going on a trip with your sisters
Trevor,
like that.
I know. I understand. Truly, all of us apparently, like, we all had worked out all the many scenarios that could possibly happen, but we were like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be with you for 8 days straight,
No.
including 10 to 12-hour flights, sitting next to you while you watch your, like, movie. Like, there was definitely times where it was like, I need space. But we got to the place where we'd be like, I need space. And we'd be like, and you take that space. And we all had books. But then after day 6, you're just like in it. Then you're like, hey, where's my sister?
Aww.
And it's like, good morning, where's my sisters?
No,
It's
the
the weirdest
photos. The
thing.
photos. You showed me a photo of like all of your sisters and your mom, and it looks like a rom-com. Like it looks like some sort of like sweet movie like, type
Yeah.
thing.
So
Except you didn't know what happened before that. So yeah.
Okay.
There's just many conversations. It would be like,
Yeah.
I'm good. Okay. Are you good? Me and my sister made up this
Funny.
whole thing that we were like frustrated with my mom, and she was in the back seat, and we were like trying to drive with a map because no GPS works in Naxos. So you have to have a big map, and there's all one ways.
What's that? No, I'm kidding.
I hate you. And we would be driving, and because my mom was mad at us, we decided, so if someone was mad in the group, then you decided to be extra kind to the others. So we had this whole thing where we were driving. My mom was so mad at us because we kept getting lost and like trying to go through these crazy streets. And so we were trying to be kind to each other. And I'd be like, thank you, sister, for getting me to the destination. She'd be like, no, thank you, sister, for being such an excellent driver. No, thank you, sister, for being able to hold up the map while I
my
drove.
God.
No,
God.
thank you, sister. It was like a whole fucking thing. It was like dynamics. It was like, ugh.
That's so funny.
And now I just like wake up in the morning with my husband. I'm like, hey. He's like, hey. I'm like, you're not mad at me? I'm like, do you want orange juice or not? No problem. You make your
That's
decision. All
insane.
good.
So fun.
That's so funny because when I hang out with my brothers, it's like the complete opposite. We're all so chill that like nothing happens.
That sounds fun.
My brother just projects his insecurities onto me. And
Does he
bullies
watch
me.
the show?
I don't care if he does.
Shane can't handle it. Shane can't handle it.
If he does. He needs to hear it. He
Oh
just,
my
he just
God.
bullies me endlessly, and I love him, and I love my nephews, and he's great. But my brother needs to learn how to deal with his problems.
Oh my God.
Damn,
Keep
Trevor.
this in, and we will clip this.
Yeah, no, feel free, Matt, dude, grow up.
Calling him out.
I will say, calling out your siblings, it can be kind of good in a way, but then you have to. It could be years until you like smooth
That's a commitment.
that out. It's a commitment. So well done.
No, he's just gonna do it again. You know, if he watches this, he's just gonna be like, "Yo,
He's gonna be
okay,
the same.
buddy. No, I think that you're stupid." And
How old is he?
he's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
yeah.
Very close. See, I don't have siblings. My brothers aren't close in age.
That's why.
So they're more like it's probably more of a dynamic of like really cool uncles. But
Oh.
we're brothers. But even between them, like we're all chill. Like we just don't have issues. But people who have like siblings that are right next to each
Mine's
other.
like 2,
I know
4
it
years
can be,
older.
it can be a lot crazier.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Wow. So that was Greece, and I'm back now.
Well, I want to get into some internet school things, but really quick before that, Trevor, I saw an announcement for something that's really cool that you're part of on the mythical side of things. They're doing D&D.
Oh yeah. No, I'm pumped about it because I haven't played D&D in a long time, but now everyone is like paid to be there, so they have to be there. It's not like a thing where people are gonna like it's slowly gonna peter out. I actually get to have a D&D campaign.
Are you the DM?
No. So TJ, who works on the Rhett and Link channel, he works really closely with Rhett and Link. He's the DM, and he's a big D&D nerd. And I'm actually the only person in the group that has played D&D before.
Rhett and Link are going to be playing it for the first time.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's amazing.
It's actually cool though. So we have it's myself, Emily, Lily, and Michaela, and then we have one character. The first session is Rhett played him, and then Link played him, but he's gonna be played by like a new guest every week, or every session that we do. So Damien's coming on.
Really?
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
No, it's gonna be a good time. It's interesting playing D&D with people that have never played before, but it's a lot of fun because we're just
We know
kinda,
it.
we're just kind of doing
I
it.
understand it.
None of
Yeah.
us had played it, so.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
except for Damien.
Okay.
Oh, well, Angela had played some, and Chance and Ninja actually.
They've actually played.
Yeah.
But Amanda and I were the fresh, completely fresh in
babies.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
No, my character's awesome. I'm playing a bard, and his name is Plen Gowl.
Yep.
And when I
Excellent name.
when I
Exactly what you were doing with that one.
because when they were like, we're gonna do art of the character, so what do you want your character to look like? So I just sent a picture of Glenn Powell, and that was like, my character's name is gonna be
What
Plen
is
Gowl.
everyone's obsession with Glenn Powell? You watch Twisters as well?
We watched it together.
I know. Did you know that Trevor and I stood in the front of the stage? So we went to Twisters,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
him and I in a group, and we went in front of the stage and pretended to be Twisters while
Okay.
everyone was sitting
Yeah.
there.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone think you guys were?
I think a couple
I
people.
think a couple people ran for their lives and went into a barn door, which are like, where did that barn appear
Yeah,
from?
it just appeared.
Raven was like, you should go up to like the front and then like just spin in a circle.
It was actually
And
Raven's
then-
idea.
And
he-
then
yeah.
and then it was like, Amanda.
Did Glenn see?
Glenn, well, he could have.
He could have.
He wasn't there yet, but he did show up.
Yeah.
Glenn
Oh.
Powell was
He
there.
was there. And then there was a lady that was screaming, that ran up to the front and was screaming with a sign, that then had to be escorted out of the theater.
Yes, because there's like a rodeo scene in Twisters, and they don't like how they mistreat animals, which is true. So she ran up, but it was a long time of her yelling before anyone did anything. So it's just Glenn Powell, Daisy Edgar Jones,
Yeah.
kind of standing there looking like very nice, and I almost felt like I wanted to join her in the fight, but then I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I thought she was protesting for the Twisters. Like, hey, they mistreated the Twist. They're
Yeah.
giving Twisters a bad name.
Yeah. No, that would have been awesome.
That would have been
would've
crazy.
been
No.
sick. Yeah.
So anyways,
right.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell, Plen Gowl.
That's awesome.
yeah,
I just
it'll
want to
be
be
fun.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah, it's well, not unfortunate. It's on Mythical Society, so
Right.
it won't be like on the main channel or anything like that. But it's been fun so far. What we've done.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Well, sick.
Awesome.
Shall we get into internet school?
I would love to.
That's just what we're calling it. I don't know what we're internet university, just internet
IU?
lectures.
Yeah.
IU.
IU. Internet University Duluth. IUD.
I was gonna say you get your internet.
That's awesome.
You get your internet.
Going in sucks. Going out also sucks.
Duluth was the first city I thought of that started with D.
Okay, I'm gonna do a list here off the bat, Amanda.
Okay.
I'm gonna list out a bunch of huge internet events, and I'm gonna see how much of them you are aware of. I want you to be honest because I think it's great if you don't, because then we get to talk about
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
But these are some that we're not going to talk about today. But I just want to see if you're aware of them.
I just want you to know also I'm a visual person, so sometimes you'll say something and I might not know, but
May not know. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
That's fine. Are you aware of Dramageddon?
no, sir.
Okay. Are you aware of Gamergate?
I've heard about it.
You've heard probably in this office.
Why do I
Yeah.
feel like I'm on the stand right now?
You've probably heard of Gamergate because
I have.
we have a
Ian,
lot of
Ian has
Yeah.
been talking about it a lot.
it was a big deal and we're in the gaming sphere so people
Yeah.
are aware of it. Do you know about Leroy Jenkins.
This sounds really familiar.
Yeah?
It actually genuinely
Leroy
does.
Jenkins sounds familiar? Okay.
It does sound familiar.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Have you ever heard of the world record egg?
No, 0%.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you know who Salt Bay is? Yeah, okay. You know Salt Bay.
I do.
We got a hit.
Honey,
You know-
I do.
You know Salt Bay. Do you know about the GameStop meme stalker?
Is it when everything went to shit with that guy from GameStop?
I think you might be sort of. I think
You might be in
Yeah,
the same
there's a guy
realm.
who did the whole GameStop like crazy thing where he's making a bunch of money and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
you
yeah.
get
Kind of
the-
it?
you got the. I think you're aware of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of West Elm Caleb?
No.
That was a crazy
No, sir.
one. We're not. I'll cover that some other time. That one blew my mind.
Okay.
I'm sad we aren't getting into all of these. These
We
are all
could.
great ones.
We could. Well, if we have
Okay.
time at the end,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
we'll cover one of them. You have to have known about Coney 2012.
No.
You don't know Coney 2012?
Oh my God.
If you show me a picture, maybe.
Dude, but no, I think Coney 2012.
No.
Okay.
Dude, okay.
But wait.
I remember being in my 8th grade geography class and watching a Coney 2012 video.
Wait a second. Maybe if you show me the video.
Okay, it's totally fine. No, it's totally fine. Okay. Okay. This one, Amanda, you will be such a fan. I can't wait. I don't think we could show the whole video. We would do this on our TikTok or something where we'd show you this. Have you watched or are you aware of Rebecca Black's Friday?
Of course.
Okay, great.
Okay, thank
Friday, Friday. Of course.
There we go.
100%. Didn't her dad pay for that music video or something?
Probably.
Yeah. I know about that.
My friend showed me that video before it blew up because we had a lot of friends who were like kind of in that sphere of music.
Whoa.
Because we had a lot of friends who were trying to get in the music
Yeah.
industry, and that was a production company that a lot of people like kind of were in, and so she showed me that video when it had like 20,000 views.
Oh my God.
And she was like, "Bro, watch this," and I was like, "Oh my God, this is crazy!" And then it became the biggest thing.
You thought it was crazy good or crazy
No,
bad?
It's
of
bad.
course.
There's no defending it.
It's so
Yeah.
bad.
But I think Rebecca Black leveraged it so well. She owned it, and she has like a remix of it that's like a hit right now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's crushing it. Okay, have you ever heard of bronies?
Like jabronis?
No.
Okay.
Not bronies. Bronies.
Oh man.
No.
Do you know about Damn Daniel?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Damn, Daniel with his shoes.
Okay.
I know about this.
You know Damn
I
Daniel.
actually
Back
love
at it
Damn
again
Daniel.
with the shoes.
I love Damn Daniel.
Here's one that I do not think you will know, and I think you'll love it. Is Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
That's on my list.
That's on your
one
list?
That I
No.
wrote down.
Amanda, you're gonna love this shit so much.
Awesome.
You're gonna be obsessed with this. I can't wait
Yeah.
to show you. All right, those were some that I listed. Now we're gonna get into some that I'm gonna tell you about. And even if you are aware of them, I think it'll be fun to talk about them.
Can I go through my list really
Yes,
quick and
please,
see? Because then
please.
I don't know, there might be some overlap. So
Yeah.
mine are like very kind of a little bit more like YouTube. I feel like I have like a lot of YouTube web
Okay.
series on here, but
Okay.
Okay.
Salad Fingers.
I know Salad Fingers.
Okay,
I actually
good.
watched a lot of YouTube in college.
Okay, all right.
I hated Salad Fingers and also couldn't stop watching it.
I was never.
Yeah.
The creepy little hands.
I do a pretty good salad finger.
The feeling of rust against my salad fingers
Ew.
is almost orgasmic.
Wow, that's actually
yeah.
really good.
Like it's 10 years ago when everyone was doing salad fingers impressions.
Yeah.
Loss.
I
No.
don't think I know what this is.
You guys don't know Loss?
No.
Loss?
Loss.
No.
Oh man, I don't know if I can explain Loss.
know if I know
okay.
this.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't have to get into Loss. Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay. Charlie the Unicorn.
Yeah.
No.
Horse.
Wow.
Wow, you don't know Charlie the Unicorn?
I don't
Okay.
think I do. Like I
Okay.
said, visual. If I saw it, maybe.
Okay. There were like challenges that went around that were like very like dangerous, like people were dying from them. So there's like the cinnamon challenge.
I know about the cinnamon challenge.
Okay, what about Tide Pods? People eating Tide Pods?
I have heard about Tide Pods.
Okay, what about the Benadryl challenge?
I haven't heard about the
No.
Benadryl challenge.
No.
That's a recent one. Kids are just eating a bunch of Benadryl. to trip.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like dumb shit like that has happened forever where it's just like, oh, how
That's
can I
just
die?
dumb.
Yeah. No, literally. And then like
No, literally. Anyways, I did
Now
it.
Benadryl
yeah.
is going to be behind a glass box like
Yeah.
Tide Pods are.
They are?
Tide Pods are 100% behind like
Yeah.
at a lot of places they're behind glass because people we're doing dumb shit.
The last one I had was like, are you familiar with what like a creepypasta is?
Oh, well,
did
I
it.
am only because
We
of
did an
Shane.
episode.
Oh, you did it? Okay.
And we're gonna do another.
Sorry, not a fan of the show.
I need to get your Rex. I need to get your creepypasta Rex because we read a couple last year. We're gonna read more this year.
Okay, no, there's some really good
Very
ones.
fun. Okay. Let's get into some of mine that I have that we can get into.
Okay.
Ready?
And I think you'll probably be aware of some of these things, but we're going to talk about it regardless.
Okay.
It'll be fun to go back memory lane. The first thing I want to talk about is it's a meme, but it's also a term used for people on the internet, and it is called milkshake duck.
I know about this.
You know about this?
I know about this.
Okay, you probably know about it because I've brought it up a lot.
Kiana brought it up.
Kiana brings it up. It's a term that's used. It's like someone becomes a milkshake duck, someone's milkshake ducked type of thing. It all stems from this tweet from 2016 by this account named Pixelated Boat, who a really funny account.
Yeah.
But they tweeted this joke. This is June 2016. They tweet, "The whole internet loves milkshake duck, a lovely duck that drinks milkshakes." 5 seconds later, "We regret to inform you the duck is racist."
Racist. Yeah.
That is the whole joke. And the idea is that whenever someone becomes a viral sensation,
They are basically canceled.
they immediately get canceled because we discover
Something
all of
about
their
them.
Yeah.
past. One of the most recent ones is well, actually, what's crazy, we'll go back even further. That was tweeted in June of 2016. Then October of 2016, Ken Bone, who I've talked about several times.
Now I know about Ken Bone.
He became instantly famous as this like sweet, endearing, like impartial guy who's undecided on the election. And then he did a Reddit AMA. And then people discovered his Reddit history, and it was crazy. He had a lot of questionable stuff. But some other instances of this, there was Zoomcat Lawyer. In 2021, in 2021, when people were doing Zoom meetings and stuff, there was these lawyers that were talking. It was probably over like a case or something, and he had a filter of a kitten over his camera, and he's freaking out in the Zoom call. He's like, "Guys, I'm not a cat. I'm not a cat." He's freaking out. He doesn't know how to get the filter off. You know how you can have filters on Zoom?
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
We're
a look.
trying to, can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
It became huge. Everyone was like, "This is so funny." And then within 24 hours, people learned, it came out that he had used federal agents to torment a former lover with drug raids and bogus charges back in 2014.
Oh my God.
So
That's diabolical.
It's crazy.
What?
Yes. So he became.
So the universe purposely put the kitten on
I
him.
think that kitten thing was there to expose him. Not only is it just like, oh, he tweeted some crazy stuff. It's like, oh, you full on were a
Wait.
psycho.
Yeah.
You think a hacker like did that on purpose?
No. I think it was all an accident. But it shows like becoming super famous. You better not have dirt.
Yeah.
This episode of Smosh Mouth is brought to you by Manscaped. You've probably noticed my facial hair has gone through a lot of changes this year. Been doing a lot of shaving, and with that comes a lot of accidents, a lot of burns, a lot of cuts. It's dangerous business. But luckily, Manscaped has a new razor that is going to make the whole process a lot safer and a lot smoother. The Chairman Pro has skin-safe technology. It's got a skin-safe 4-blade foil for that smooth finish. It's got the skin-safe stubble trimmer for a more 5 o'clock shadow, a little bit more of a rugged look. It's got a lot of different things. It's also got the Flex Adjust technology that really makes sure it molds around your face, gets everything. It makes you look so good, spotless even. It is impressive technology. They sent me one. Very happy about it because I've never really been too happy with the razor. This one's the real deal. And if you're interested, you can get the Chairman Pro today and experience a shave that is as smooth as you deserve. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code SMOSHMOUTH at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code SMOSHMOUTH at manscaped.com. Back to the show. Another one that this is probably one of the most play-by-play internet events that I was like there for. I was there all day for this, and you know about it. Is Cinnamon Toast Shrimp Guy?
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, I was there for every tweet. When he was a comedian and a podcast host, minor following on Twitter. He posts this photo of him with like the shrimp tails in his Cinnamon Toast Crunch. He's like, guys, I found shrimp in my Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What's the deal? It becomes huge. He's giving a whole thread of like how he's trying to contact them. Their response was really bad. This whole thing's playing out. People are just losing their minds over it. But what happened was it became huge, and then every person from his life and past came out being like, hey, this guy's just a huge liar and a piece of shit. Now, it never got fully proven, from my research, it never got fully proven that there wasn't shrimp in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, as much as just his character was just destroyed.
Yeah.
Because friends were like, or not friends, but people were like, he's awful. And a lot of his exes came out being like, he's the worst human.
Yeah.
And so within 24 hours, this all blows up, and then his social media is basically scrubbed. He has to leave the internet and everything because people are.
What is wrong? Why? I mean, it's like they don't understand that if they go out and do this crazy thing. Well, I mean, he didn't know he was going to be
just wanted
viral.
attention. But people were like, he just wants attention so bad.
Yikes.
This dude just wants attention. So it became questionable whether this was real or not.
That was a crazy one because, you know, in the Mythical Kitchen, when that was all happening, we're like, we got to do a Cinnamon Toast Crunch shrimp recipe.
Funny.
We got to make like a recipe to be like, hey, actually, Cinnamon Toast Crunch and shrimp is good. And so we made a TikTok. Like literally that day, I think we went out and got like shrimp, and Josh made something. Like,
Was it good?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Duh. We make good food.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. Nice.
Did I tell you I met a chef YouTuber? I don't think he'd mind me saying this because I think it was all joking. I met a chef YouTuber recently named Nick, who is he's a really great chef, does awesome stuff. And I was talking to him about Mythical Kitchen. I was like, yeah, I know the Mythical Kitchen. They're the only chefs I know otherwise. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, they're crazy. They're a crazy bunch. And I was like, yeah, they are. And
Was it Nick DiGiovanni?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Nick DiGiovanni's awesome.
He's
like,
so cool.
He's the sweetest guy and most like sort of like mild mannered. He came in and did a video with us, and I made a beef Wellington for him. Actually, that was the first ever beef Wellington I made. Fun fact. But
I've heard this story, I think.
No, you're not Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, I'm talking about Gordon Ramsay.
yeah,
Never mind.
No, Nick DiGiovanni. That was the first beef Wellington I made, and yeah, he was just this kind of like sheepish, just like
He's
super
super
nice
chill.
guy, and then just being like on camera with Josh, it was just like the funniest thing.
He like almost won MasterChef.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
It was cool to meet him.
No, he's a great guy.
But yeah, he was like
Crazy
they're-
bunch.
He was like, they're crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah.
Do you see yourself
Josh
as
is-
crazy?
Well, I think Josh is all the crazy for you guys.
Yeah, and it like seeps over. I think like it's so funny because you get so many comments of people like everyone's just morphing into Josh. I think we're all crazy, you know, in our own ways.
But you guys are also comedy focused, which a lot of
Yeah.
other chefs aren't.
Yeah, but Josh is far and away the craziest.
He's a psycho.
yeah, he's a psycho.
No, Josh is fully insane. He owns that fact.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Milkshake Duck and viral people.
Yes.
Sometimes people go super viral and they aren't Milkshake Ducked. But what's also really interesting is when people go viral when they don't even realize they're going viral or they didn't do anything themselves to go viral.
Yeah.
And the most recent one that you're definitely aware of is Hawk to a Girl. Yeah, it's hard to avoid
Love
Hawk
Hawk
to a Girl.
to a Girl.
So
Hey,
we're
spit
not
on that thing.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about Hawk to a Girl, okay?
Why not?
No. We're not going to talk about Hawk to a Girl because
Why
everyone listening knows about Hawk to a Girl.
Do you know about
But-
Big Chungus?
This sounds familiar.
Funny. So, Hawk to a Girl, just to preface for people listening, she had no social media. She was not a person who was in the entertainment industry, not trying to become famous. Street interview, just kind of says a quick thing, just like, yeah, Hawk to a spit on that thing. And everyone loves it.
Referencing fellatio, of course.
Becomes
of course.
becomes the hugest thing. She's now got a podcast. She's doing all sorts of shit. Talk to her.
Stop.
Talk to us.
That's
And
actually brilliant.
It actually is. I think it's pretty smart.
What is she gonna talk about?
They
Unclear.
Hawk Tua. Anyways,
Sounds awesome.
so she's become huge for this small little tidbit of a thing. What's crazy is this is not the first time this has happened. It's probably happened many times, but there is an instance that is even, I think, wilder than this, and it happened 10 years ago. Basically, what happened was there's this teenage dude working at Target. He is minding his business. He's working the checkout counter, just checking out someone's items, and a teenage girl who thinks he's cute takes a photo of him without him realizing.
Oh.
Yeah, and and in the photo, he's not even looking. Here's the photo. Looks like kind of Justin Bieber, kind of vibe. His
so young.
His name tag says Alex. He's just a young 16-year-old dude. She posts this on Twitter, just saying, "Yo, like, look at this cute guy," like, kind of thing.
Oh, really? That's brave.
I know. So she posts this on Twitter, and that photo becomes insanely viral. Super huge.
Oh, no.
And people find his account because they know that it's Alex from Target.
Oh,
from
no.
Target.
Who's Alex from Target? He becomes the biggest celebrity. They find his Twitter account. He gets 650,000 followers within a week.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Without having done anything, without even knowing that a photo was taken and posted of
Is it
him.
illegal to take a photo and post it?
I guess not. No.
Okay.
Ethically, I do think it's strange. I
Yeah.
think that's a conversation. There was a photo recently of a guy who at an airport who had a huge backpack, and someone posted it, and that kind of went viral too. But it also is still the conversation of like, hey, don't take photos of people without them.
100%.
Anyways, so
Okay.
this goes so viral that within a week he is invited to go on the Ellen show.
On Ellen.
As Alex from Target. He goes on Ellen in just his kind of uniform from
Yeah.
Target, and he's just there, and he's like, yeah, I'm Alex from Target. That's what I do. I don't know
What?
what's going on. He becomes the biggest celebrity.
Is insane.
Alex from Target,
How long ago was this?
10 years ago.
Where is he now?
So, glad you asked that, because I did some research. Because I actually wasn't too familiar with Alex from Target. 2014, I wasn't super online. At least not on Twitter. And this was just the biggest deal.
Whoa.
But he did an interview with people this year.
How have you not heard?
Why haven't they talked to me
How
about
have you
this?
not heard?
Why haven't they checked in with their source?
Oh
Me.
My goodness.
So he talked about it, and what happened was, so he didn't know the photo was taken. I have a bunch of notes from this article. He didn't know the photo was taken. Within 24 hours, his number was leaked.
Oh, no.
And his phone got blown up so much by people texting him, by
phone lit
messages,
on fire.
that basically his phone, he's like, my phone basically stopped working. Like, it was just so insane.
But it
this
was
is
probably
someone
like
who's not, this is also 2014, like, being a social media personality is not really as much of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he admits in the interview, he's like, I was not a very online person. Similar to Hawk to a Girl, like, not an online
love
person.
him.
Not really caring about that, and so he doesn't know what's happening to him. He goes to Ellen, but at his school, he's 16. There were like news outlets would be waiting outside of his school. People started treating him obviously so differently that he eventually had to drop out of school and do homeschooling because it was so insane.
Oh, this is just bad.
And he then, and I was thinking about this because, Hawk to a Girl doing all these things, and everyone's joking like, oh, she's doing a podcast. But he's talking about how immediately he had so many people pressuring him, being like, you need to take advantage of this. If you don't take advantage of this, you're like, what are you doing?
I don't want to.
He's like, I hate this.
Yeah.
He said he immediately hated just trying to be an entertainer. He's like, I'm not an entertainer.
yeah,
I'm
don't
not-
force
I'm
that
not
on
this.
people.
But he had a management team suddenly, because it was like, you've got all this stuff. I need
Vultures.
I need to do brand deals. I need to do all these things. And so
Vultures.
I think he tried to do YouTube for like 2 years. He was trying to leverage this thing because he was being told to, but he said he hated it the whole
baby.
time. And then eventually he just was like, I'm done. I'm leaving it. I'm stopping. And he has no social media anymore. He deleted his Twitter account.
Whoa.
In it, he did say, he said this in the article, that he works at UPS now. So he's now Alex from UPS. But he's a lot happier now, it seems. He seems like he's a chill dude who likes being off grid.
Where's this chick who posted the photo?
I don't know. It was also, I guess, it was said in the article that the person who posted on Twitter wasn't the one who took the photo.
Dude, that honestly is scary.
It's all weird. It's all weird.
That's
Yeah.
I
scary.
think it's weird behavior to post a photo of someone, to take a photo of someone without them knowing, and especially post it online. I think you're the weird person.
I agree.
I always think you're the weird one.
I had a friend, because I remember this happening, and my friend TJ worked at Target, and then I went to Target and I took a picture of him and I tweeted TJ from Target as a joke.
I can't
not in an
believe
intent
it.
to go viral or anything. I just thought it was funny.
I just can't believe. It's just so funny, man. It's weird.
That's a world. That's a world I cannot understand. Like I cannot understand why that photo makes people go whoa, and it's the biggest thing in the world.
I know. Well, it becomes once something becomes popular, then people are just into it because it's what everybody's into. Once that avalanche starts, it's hard to stop it. But it is interesting.
Wow.
So that's
But
some
he didn't get
wild shit.
milkshake.
He did not get milkshake ducked. No, he was fine. He was clean because he's 16 for one. He also just didn't really have a presence. Same with Hawk to a Girl, just no internet presence to judge. So it's just like here's this brand new person on the internet.
This is insane.
Yeah.
I would
right.
not want to blow up like that. I would
No.
not want to like
How
get my name like
insane
that.
That must be.
No.
Working at Smosh, because when I worked on Disney, like I got recognized a little bit, but surprisingly not much at all. Smosh has been nice because it's been a very gradual.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll slowly your numbers just slowly rise. For the first couple of years at Smosh, I would see my numbers just and so I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
like I can lean into this as opposed to just
All at
waking
once?
up one day and you have 1 million followers.
Yeah.
No.
Especially if you
Insane.
never wanted to be in the entertainment industry.
Exactly.
Awful.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a Twitter thing. Here's another Twitter thing. And this is someone who basically milkshake ducked themselves, canceled. This is another phenomenon is people basically sharing things they just shouldn't share and
isn't that always
canceling
the case?
themselves. If you're very online on Twitter, it's also a very millennial meme, I feel like. I don't know if you've heard of Bean Dad.
Yeah.
You've heard of Bean Dad?
I'm going to keep saying that sounds familiar because it's true.
Okay. Bean Dad. Bean Dad is a very specific story, but
Okay.
people on Twitter will reference it a lot. So Bean Dad, basically there was this guy, he was in a band. He's this older guy. He's a dad. He was a
Okay.
podcaster. He was in like kind of a podcaster, but he was in a band. So he had a minor following on Twitter. But he one day decides to post a thread on Twitter, and he wanted this to be like a charming, like learning story for people, like a story that people will read and go, "Oh, that's so cute." And he tells this story about how it was a rainy day and he was at home doing a puzzle, and his daughter, who's 9 years old, was hungry and and he said, "Oh, eat some beans, eat a can of beans," and she goes, "I don't know how to open it." And instead of teaching her, he wants her to figure out how to open the beans herself. And here is the saga, because I have the entire thread with us.
You have the whole.
Here's what gets me is like, why are we spending our time on this?
Okay. Because it's entertaining.
Because it's awesome.
Here we go. So it was a guy named John Roderick. He had a verified account, so he was a
Cool name.
game, big deal. Okay. So yesterday, my daughter, 9, was hungry, and I was doing a jigsaw puzzle. So I said over my shoulder, "Make some baked beans." She said, "How?" Like all kids do when they want you to do it. So I said, "Open a can and put it in a pot." She brought me the can and said, "Open it how?" "With a can opener," I said, incredulous. She brought me the can opener, and we both stared at it. I realized I'd never taught her to use it. Most cans now have pull tops. I felt like a dope. What kind of apocalypse father doesn't teach his kid how to use a manual can opener? So I said, "How do you think this works?" She studied it and applied it to the top of the can sideways. She struggled for a while and with a big, dramatic sigh said, "Will you please just open the can?" Apocalypse Dad was overjoyed. A teaching moment just dropped in my lap.
Ew.
I said, "The little device is designed to do one thing, open cans. Study the parts, study the can, figure out what the can opener inventor was thinking when they tried to solve this problem. The can opener is also a bottle opener, but I explained that part wasn't relevant." I went back to my jigsaw puzzle. She was next to me grunting and groaning, trying to get the thing. I should say that spatial orientation, process visualization, and order of operation are not things she ... intuits. She's 9.
Oh my God.
I knew this would be a challenge, but it was a rainy weekend. Eventually, she collapsed in a frustrated heap. I said, explain the parts. She said, this little wheel is meant to cut. These gears turn the wheel when you spin the handle. This other wheel looks like a gear but isn't. She couldn't figure out the clamping step, a key element. I said, the tool is made to be pleasing, but it doesn't have any... Hold on, this line is crazy. I said, the tool is made to be pleasing, but it doesn't have any superfluous qualities. Everything that moves does so for a reason. She said, I hate you.
Yeah, I'm with her. I'm with her.
I'm sure she believes that she does. I said, you understand everything except how the tool addresses the can. She sighed. At this point, she said, I don't want baked beans, and marched off. Apocalypse Dad went into full the road mode. Sweetheart, neither of us will eat another bite today until we get into this can of beans. She screamed, ah! Like Lucy Van Pelt. She read a book for a while. Soon she was back at the can. The top was all dented now. The lip of the can practically serrated from failed attempts. We studied the tool some more. She really wanted it to be oriented up and down or across the top of the can. The sideways orientation is very counterintuitive. She was fixated on orienting the tool in a few configurations and couldn't imagine other possibilities. I compared the can opener to other tools. By now, we were working on anger management and perseverance, too. She suggested she open the can with a hammer. There were tears. Okay, next part.
I am sick.
I know.
I can't wait to treat my child like this.
Stop.
I told her stories of some of the great cans I'd opened over the years. She rolled her eyes. We talked about industrial design and what a funny little device the opener is. I showed how I open cans with a buck knife. I rhapsodized about cold SpaghettiOs straight from the can. Eventually, she had it all figured out. She had the placement of the tool, she could turn the handle, and the can would spin. We were down on the floor by this point, but the ka-chunk of puncturing the lid still eluded us. We'd been at it for 6 hours on and off. We were hungry. I'd been tempted many times along the way to guide her hand. I wanted her to experience the magnificence of the can opener so much, I couldn't stand the suspense. Yeah. Neither of us liked baked beans that much. The cupboards are bare, so it seemed like a paltry reward for this work. I'd forgotten how finicky the tool really is, particularly when it comes to the puncture. She had it all lined up, but the cutting wheel is a little wobbly, by design, and you have to really get on top of it to clamp it down. You know the feeling? You can misfire the damn thing. Finally, she squeezed down on it, and although it was a misfire, a light went off in her head. Many times throughout the day, she'd yelled at me, my brain is fuzzy. I can't think of anything else to try. And I'd say, when your brain doesn't work, trust your hands. She felt the tool click over the lip of the can. I saw it in her hands. By this point, she'd developed a little ritual of addressing the tool to the can, starting with it in a vertical axis and rotating it to the horizontal while clamping down in a single motion. A choreography. She looked at me expectantly, excitedly. After 6 hours of trying, you don't want to express too much hope. Was this another blind alley? The can had been through hell, label ripped off, dented, sharpened, and burred. A veteran of a thousand psychic wars. She knew, though. She set up again carefully and brought the swing away to bear on the can of S&W baked beans with the meticulousness of Roger Moore extracting a detonator from an ICBM in The Spy Who Loved Me. A soft pop resounded in the room, so different from all the other sounds we'd made. She didn't look up. She knew the action. A little baked bean sauce appeared. She savored each twist until the lid, as I hoped it would, rewarded her by standing perfectly at attention, saluting her effort and ingenuity. She was elated and carried it to the kitchen in both hands. She knew this was a commonplace task and a common tool, but also that this was serious business. She knows her dad and the stock I put in these things. A more mechanically inclined kid might have figured it out in minutes. She factored the scale, but was rightfully proud. I'm proud of her too. I know I'm infuriating. I know this is parenting theater in some ways. I suffer from a lack of perseverance myself, and like all parents throughout history, I'm trying to correct my own mistakes in the way I educate my child. She sees through this. The swing away can opener is a little voodoo doll for us now. It will reappear as an allegory many more times in her life, you can be sure. She knows this too, but this is an allegory of triumph. I wish I had more of those for myself. I wish I had more stories like this. The only problem is now she wants to open every fucking can in the house. And that's Bean Dad.
Oh,
Isn't that insane.
I never, ever needed to experience that. Ever.
So naturally, the response to this
Is you're a psycho. You need to.
that was all of Twitter.
You
Just
need
like,
to
you're
lose.
crazy.
Yeah.
Your child needs to be taken immediately from your hands.
Oh my.
What a psycho. Also, clearly wants to be a writer and thinks he's like a writer. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you're a psycho.
A lot of it is just how he writes it. No, him being she was trying to open this can with the meticulousness of Roger Moore extracting a detonator from the ICBM in The Spy Who Loved Me. I'm like, dude, stop. Just stop.
You know, also he didn't say half of that shit to her. You know, it just like he was probably just like, figure it out. Like I don't have time. Like all this shit that he's saying. Like this is what I said to her, and this is how she responded. There's no way.
Exactly.
No, it's the line. It's hold on. There's the line that's absolutely fully insane.
I hate this guy so
which
much.
is the tool was made to be pleasing. Like it's like, what are you saying,
No.
man?
He wants to be a writer.
no.
He's not.
He said that he said this to his 9-year-old daughter. The tool is made to be pleasing, but it doesn't have any superfluous qualities. Everything that moves does so for a reason.
It's so
9-year-old me would have been like, what?
I would have packed a backpack,
Oh my God.
got my sheet, tied it over the window, and been like, F off.
Now, I should say, he doubled down on this shit. Like,
So what happened to him?
so ultimately he deleted his Twitter account. He had to fucking go. He had to leave.
Because everyone was on
Everyone,
him.
Yeah.
he's Bean Dad. He's forever Bean Dad.
Yeah.
He is known to this day as Bean Dad. It's been years, and people will still talk about Bean Dad.
Do we have an update on where he is now?
I don't know. He's just gone. He's just,
I can't wait for one day when my child like accidentally cuts themselves and I'm gonna be playing Fortnite and be like, "There's a needle and thread in the drawer. Figure it out,
you
buddy."
gotta learn how to sew it back
Right.
yourself.
Gotta learn how to sew. Daddy's got to get a Vic Roy.
No, the amount of memes that came about were crazy, but yeah.
Did anyone in his life like come out and say anything? Like
I
the
don't
wife or the
think
ex-wife or
so.
ex-husband? Or
I don't think so. I think naturally he also did get milkshake ducked. There were old tweets of his that were pretty offensive that surfaced. So that just kind of further, not that people needed it, but it was just you don't see it much anymore. I think people are far more cautious on Twitter. But this was probably the last instance of someone really tweeting out a whole story that just makes them look bad.
I think
Yeah.
he probably thought
Oh, he thought this
a
was awesome.
manager was like, "Wow, do you see the writings of this man? We need to
Yeah.
get him a book deal."
He really thought he was the most charming
Because
man.
wasn't Twilight written in like a chat forum? Didn't she
no,
write
you're thinking of
Stephanie Meyer?
You're thinking of isn't that E.L.
Hunger
James? 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades.
was a fan fiction of Twilight.
Yeah.
And then she reworked it to make 50 Shades of Grey. And also Sarah J. Maas, Throne of Glass, I think was like written online at first.
I'm so deep
'cause she
in
was,
that
like, a
book
teenager.
series.
Yeah.
Shane told me to read Court of Thorns and Roses, and I was like, all right. And I did, and now I'm addicted.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep.
surprised.
Yeah.
I just want to read it.
I imagine just like abusing your child for 6 hours and then being like,
Okay.
all right, let me grab my thesaurus and head to Twitter.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's
actually true.
Literally insane.
So why are your cabinets bare, man?
It's
Get some food.
Yeah.
It's so funny though. Like it's such a specific type of agonizing that this guy
And he wasn't working. He was working
doing
on a jigsaw
He was doing a
puzzle.
jigsaw puzzle. He's like, I could tell this was going to take a lot of time, but it's a rainy weekend. I'm like,
He's like the guy in Saw who rolls out on a fucking wheelchair, and he's like, Saw.
I mean, it's like the whole point is to be like, hey, let me teach you how to do this. Let me show you how. It's like, let me show you how, and then you do it yourself, right? That's fair.
I actually can't. In the smallest way, I can't stand when men do that. My uncle, I love him so much, but we were playing backgammon, and he's like, ask the question. Like when I would like play the next round, and me and my husband were playing, and he was right next to me, and I was like, I want to get the next roll. And he goes, ask yourself the question. And I was like, I don't know what the question is. He's like, ask the question about where your next roll should be. And he kept saying it the whole day. My sister was like, hey, we need more burgers on the grill. He was like, ask the question. And she's like, we need more burgers because we're hungry, bro. So like dudes like that,
Oh my
if they
God.
stepped 1 second into my family, they would be annihilated.
I think people like that, because you meet people like that who are so smug, and you can tell that they think that what they're saying is like a movie moment.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm saying the thing that you're gonna remember forever.
Exactly.
I'm saying the thing to you right now that 20 years from now you're gonna go, a wise man once said, ask the question.
Ask the question.
And I thought, yeah.
Ask the question.
I'll never forget when my dad said, the device is pleasing by nature, but superfluous by
He
design.
never even said that. He was like, please, Amy, please just open it.
I love that he wrote it. She said, I hate you.
She said, I hate you.
I think you were speaking for
Understandably so.
Honestly, the one thing that I was really excited to do was Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. So if you want to
Do it.
talk about that, or I'd love to do Coney 2012. I think that's so funny.
I can't believe you don't know Coney 2012.
That's
does
one
it
that
look like?
I feel like we can
does
do
it look
Coney
like?
2012.
Yeah.
We can talk about Coney 2012.
Okay.
I will say
I'll pull up some quick facts.
I will, because
too, yeah.
we're clearly going to do this again. The last one that I had, and we'll see if you know it or not. Are you aware of DashCon?
No.
Okay. We have that for another time.
Nope.
Coney 2012.
Is there a picture?
it's-
Any reference?
It's not about a picture. I mean,
Okay.
I could. There's
Well, it
like,
was a short film, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. You launch into it.
Okay, so I'll just read the Wikipedia like cliff note right here. Okay, so Coney 2012 is a 2012 American short documentary film produced by Invisible Children. The film's purpose was to make Ugandan cult leader, war criminal, and ICC fugitive Joseph Kony globally known so as to have him arrested by the end of 2012. So the whole thing was like, there's this really terrible person. He's like, like he's creating a child army. Like, we have to stop him. Coney 2012, we need him arrested. Like, that was the whole thing. And it went very big. I mean, especially in, the conservative Christian circles. Like, I was learning about it in school.
It wasn't just conservative circles.
It
was
wasn't?
every circle.
Okay, I didn't know how
Because
big it was outside
It was
of
a
that.
thing that really nobody was against. It was like, hey, this guy's using child soldiers. It was like, everyone's like, oh my God, I didn't know about this. And it was like, yeah. And the documentary was so like emotionally gripping. I will say this 30 minutes was intense. My friend was like, have you heard about Coney 2012? And I was like, what is this? And she shows it to me and she's like, oh my God, we gotta do something.
Wait, the
about
child
this.
soldiers in Uganda, right?
I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah,
Uganda?
he was Ugandan.
Because
yeah.
the child soldiers do sound familiar, but I don't know what this is.
It is a real thing.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
that is a real thing. The thing is not with Coney. The thing is with this campaign. This campaign is huge, and it's just like, we got to make him the most famous person, and so everyone is donating to Coney 2012. Everyone's getting these packs of things and merch of Coney 2012. It's so huge.
Yeah.
It's everyone's main focus. Like, global warming is out the window. It's Coney 2012. Now, the issue that starts to arise is, okay, we're going to make him famous. Then what?
What do we do?
There's also questions of if Coney's even alive, because
Yeah.
he hasn't been seen in years.
So you're donating to who?
This campaign, this guy who's American, this white dude in America.
Yeah.
Right? The campaign, I think, probably got a little bit out of hand from what he was expecting. It culminates, and the end of this whole campaign is when he gets arrested in San Diego because he is on the streets naked, jacking off,
Yeah, psychotic
high
break.
on cocaine. Partially sad, but also this was all clearly not thought out, this whole campaign. But I'm telling you, Coney 2012 was the thing in 2012.
Why are you laughing so hard?
Just because it was
crazy.
so insane. And imagine me as a 12-year-old being like in school watching this documentary being like, this is huge. And we're like having fundraisers in our school. We're doing things. And then as a 12-year-old to be like, this guy got caught naked jacking off his and we're like, and we have all my teachers teacher's like backpedaling this thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, and we're like, no, it's okay. Like, you know, like he had a moment, like, and he's repented and he's like going back, and there was just this moment of weakness.
But the ultimate problem was nobody knows, where did the money go? Like, what was it? Nothing happened. Like, that's the issue.
Yeah.
No, everyone in. I think everyone can agree that child soldiers are bad. Selena spent $10 on a bracelet.
Well, sounds like you lucked out. Sounds like people spent a lot.
I'm telling you, it was hard to find people who weren't invested in this.
So we never, ever had this in our school. The biggest thing we had in our school was like Live Strong bracelets, which
Those are big too.
which got, you know, f***ed over. But if we had Coney 20, and my mom was a teacher, like I don't think our school...
It maybe didn't
reached
maybe
us?
Not every sphere, but it was big amongst my friends.
Unless I forget it completely.
It was huge.
How
man.
old were you?
I was
You said 14?
I was 12. I mean,
12. I was like
Oh, but you're a
21.
baby.
I was like 21.
12 and 21?
Yeah. Or let's see.
A baby.
Yeah, because I'm like 9 years older than you.
Okay, so if you were 21, then I was
we're still best
definitely
friends,
not
though.
in school.
Yeah.
We're still best friends.
But
God.
but it was wild, man. It was huge. It was so big that I remember it was kind of funny because for the years leading up to that, fun fact, I was actually kind of obsessed with the whole Mayan calendar ending in 2012. So it
Yeah.
was like the end of the world, 2012, and I was like, what if it's the end of the world? And Coney 2012 kind of just like we were all like, I don't give a shit if it's the end of the world. We gotta make Coney famous. It was
So the
everything.
point was to make him famous so he would get exposed.
So that,
But-
yeah, but
where did the money go?
I don't know.
we don't know. I mean,
I don't actually know.
That's like the crazy thing, though, is it's like from the beginning, it's sort of like if you want to take down, you know, this Ugandan warlord making a child army, like, yeah, you can raise a ton of money, but how do you actually go get him? What
No,
does the money
it
do?
brought up
Like,
it brought
you
up
send in an assassin?
Right,
Like,
like,
what? Like, do you
does the
just
money
pay
buy
for an
one assassin?
Yeah, like it's so funny from the
it
get-go.
was kind of like, and it's also like the thing of like we're gonna make him famous. I'm like, I'm pretty sure the international I'm pretty sure countries know who he is.
Yeah.
Like it's not like the American government didn't know who he was.
So what happened to this guy after he had a psychotic break?
I actually don't know. That's kind of where it ended. Like truthfully, it kind of fizzled out. It was actually one of those situations where it was the biggest thing, everyone's all in, and then suddenly we're all like, we were never into it, and we're gonna pretend like that never happened.
That's the weirdest
But like raise
thing.
millions of dollars.
Oh, tens of millions.
Like insane amounts of money.
Do we have a number on how much it probably raised? $12.6 million.
And we don't know where that money.
I don't know. Well, Trevor and I don't know.
Yeah,
Trevor?
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
some-
Look at your
Someone knows.
Wikipedia. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hold on.
So isn't this insane when like a whole thing sweeps over the country and we're all in, and then so is this guy Coney still alive? Do we know anything about him?
I don't know. I don't personally know. And I will say also, like, sadly, he's one of many horrible people out in the world. So, but it was just more the phenomenon in America. It was more the like societal obsession with it. Like we were all so riveted by it, and then suddenly it was like, oh yeah, this campaign's a little.
That's what's
sketchy.
tricky about documentaries because they can be extremely biased.
Yes.
Extremely
It's
biased.
important when you watch a documentary to like also
Right.
kind of
Right.
because a documentary by nature is a persuasive essay, and you have to kind of be like, all right, what are the facts? And then music, like that they're putting in the background, the score, the way they're filming it, the like lighting, those things affect you psychologically.
Of course.
And the Coney 30-minute documentary is so like truly, it's really well made.
Yeah.
Because you watch it and it's hard not to be like, oh my God.
So it looks like Invisible Children, the people who made the documentary, invested $13.7 million to their on-the-ground programs in Central and East Africa. So yeah, just kind of like to help, like I don't know, like anti-war efforts in Africa. So it did get invested.
I think
well,
that's
it
good
seems.
news.
Yeah.
Good news is that it did go to hopefully a good cause. Yeah. But the internet aspect of it was this guy who was running it because he was the one voicing over the campaign.
Yeah.
He was the one who kind of like.
Can I see what he looks like?
I'm just gonna look up Coney 2012 guy. Yeah,
Coney 2012 dude.
this is him. That's even funnier.
Trevor, I feel like if you shaved your face and made that little face, that you could kind of look like him a little
I'm
bit.
gonna play him in the dock.
It was wild, man.
Now imagine that guy just like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, and he's jacking off in the street, naked. It's crazy. It's
Why?
so
Why
funny.
is it when celebrity men have breakdowns, they always go naked through the street?
It was wild. Like, I didn't prepare stuff for Coney 2012. I didn't do my research on it, but I remember that was like that year.
Yeah. Yeah. Did they ever get him? Oh yeah. Here's the.
Oh, so rough, man.
I mean, you have to be you really have to have a psychotic break when you go outside. Like, that's when it gets to the place where it's like, how much was he holding on to his shoulders? Like, how much was actually going on? Whether he ignited it or not, that's too much for one
wild.
person.
I got the
Wow.
video. Do you guys want to watch it?
Well, I don't know if we can show the video.
Maybe
on
later.
here.
It's just for me.
You're just gonna watch the video. Okay. Okay. Lastly, before we go, Amanda, do you know about Mudang?
No.
You don't know about Mudang?
Mudang.
What?
Aw, come on.
Ah,
No.
See,
gonna
here
have
at
to do
Smosh,
Mudang.
we have our finger on the pulse.
we know about Mudang.
Mudang is happening right now.
Mudang is happening
in this moment.
currently right now. He's a little baby hippo.
Mudang's a baby hippo.
Oh,
in the Chinese zoo,
baby.
and seems to be just a rambunctious little rascal.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
baby.
Just a sweet little baby hippo. That's all.
That's it.
So he's in a zoo?
Well, yeah.
But he's always biting people or getting sprayed with water.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good. You should bite people so you can get out of that zoo.
Yeah. Free Mudang.
You know how I feel? Tits out for Mudang. I don't know if that works, actually.
Did you just say tits out for Mudang?
Listen, I said it, and I regret it.
Everybody, tits out for Mudang.
Guys.
He's a baby.
Guys, dicks out for Mudang.
And Coney 2012, go donate.
Oh, my God.
We're reviving.
I can't
He's
handle
still
this.
out there.
God
I
dang
can't.
it. Guys, open up a can of beans.
I hate that, Dad, so much.
All right.
Sounds like we need a part 2 of this because
we have so many. We
Yeah.
didn't get to DashCon, which I have
Yeah.
a bunch of research on.
And what's the other one?
Don't hug me, I'm scared.
Don't hug me, I'm scared. I don't know how we...
That one would be
That's a
tough because
video
there's a lot of videos.
We just got to show you.
We'll offline about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's offline about
We'll
that.
offline
My
about
favorite
that.
thing to do.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.
Thanks, Trevor, for joining us, as
Thank
always.
you for having me. This was awesome. I love this shit. That was great.
This is great.
Great.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.